Today we're going to be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy Note, the GT N7000, powered by Android 2.3.5. We're going to review calls, video quality, screen size, pocketability, and many more. Let's start off with the dimensions, which seem too big for a phone. It's 5.78 inches by 3.27 inches by 0.38, so it's still a thin device. It weighs 6.28 ounces with the battery installed. It has a 5.3 inch screen with a resolution of 1280 by 800, so it's definitely a Super AMOLED HD display. It doesn't have the best pixel range, but it still delivers 285 ppi. It has a 1.4 GHz dual-core processor with 1 GB of RAM and a 2500 mAh battery. It has an 8 megapixel camera on the back with one LED flash, and it can shoot video at up to 1080p. It also has a 2 megapixel camera on the front. On the top is a 3.5mm headphone jack along with a noise-canceling microphone that activates when you're using the speakerphone. On the bottom you get the micro USB connection and the primary microphone. One of the most important features of the phone is the call quality, and with my 20 test calls I only had one call dropped. And the speakerphone could have been louder. When listening to a song or video, it is much louder.
I wanna boom bang bang with your body, yo. We gonna rock it up before we take it slow. Girl, let me rock you like a rodeo. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. I wanna boom bang bang with your body, yo.
As far as physical buttons, the Note only has 4, which are the home button, the volume up and down, and the power on button. I would like to have seen a camera button for quick access, but it doesn't have one. Speaking of the camera, this phone has a very high quality camera on the back, but it really takes too long to take a picture. If you want to take a picture of a moving object, the picture usually turns out blurry. Here are some pictures and HD videos. The back piece of the device seems cheap and really thin. If you take it off, it could easily snap if you're not careful. Samsung also includes another battery cover, which will make your phone look and feel like an actual notepad. Another important feature is, can it fit in my pocket? It really depends on what type of jeans or pants you're wearing, but this phone fits in my pocket very nicely, even when sitting or walking. It doesn't feel uncomfortable at all with its nice design. One of the great things about the S Pen is that if you hold down the button and tap on the screen, it will take a screenshot, automatically copy it to your clipboard, and give you an option to share, write notes, or save it. There's also this application called S Memo that you can take handwritten notes or draw with. You can change the pen size and choose different brushes and choose the size you want it to be. You can also change the color by selecting the specific one you'd like. The screen looks amazing. I know from my camera to YouTube you can't really see it, but you'll have to take my word for it that it looks great. And with it having such a high resolution, you can get more text than on other screens. Here's my iPhone 4S. You can clearly see how much bigger the Galaxy Note is. Now let's head on over to one of my favorite sites called Techno Buffalo on both devices. The browser also has flash support for videos and ads. The desktop version of Mac Rumors runs very smoothly. Scrolling and pinch to zoom is smooth. You can also quick scroll and you won't get the checkerboard pattern we've seen on other devices. The speed of the phone is somewhat okay. Even though it has 1 GB of RAM, most of that is being used by the Android OS, so the phone runs kind of slow, but it's okay. When I do a speed test over 3G on the iPhone 4S and the Galaxy Note, I do get better speeds on the iPhone than I do on the Note. Here are some speed test results in different parts of my area. Here are some speed tests over Wi-Fi with both devices being used at the same time. So, my overall opinion of this phone is that it's a great phone, that is if you're used to Android. I myself didn't really like having the Android OS. Some days it made me want to throw it against a wall, but other days I enjoyed being able to customize the OS. It really isn't easy to operate this phone with one hand only, especially when typing. I wouldn't use it as an everyday phone because it's just too big for me, but for people who want to have a large phone, or maybe people who can't buy a tablet and a phone, I would definitely recommend the Galaxy Note. Later on, I will post some benchmark results to this channel, so make sure to subscribe.
You're listening to Free Music by Dano. Download free MP3s at danosongs.com.